Ah, whatever, we'll get this thing rolling nice and early, shall we? How are we doing today, everybody? We're going to be doing a little bit more on the Zoomy Lad today on this Tuesday. Although it's a wee bit later than usual, but here we are. SolidWorks had to update, so what else is new? Anyway, we're going to get into here and see if we can get a little bit more done on the throttle, which we started last time. And by started, I mean we made and remade and remade and remade and remade and remade. We'll figure it out. Anyways, Blues Crew, thank you for donating 5 memberships. Very much appreciate that. And Jordan Freeman, good to see you, buddy. Here's a hypothetical situation. Who'd win in a fist fight, John Wick or Batman? In a fist fight. I mean, John Wick would win in a gunfight, but, you know, in a fist fight, I suppose he might still win because Batman can't, like, turn his head. He can only do the thing, the meme. So, I guess John Wick, perhaps. Anyways, let me pull up my picture. And if you didn't see, actually, speaking of pictures, I guess I'll pull it up on screen here. We added several pictures to the Mon-Two-Zuma chat in Discord because we actually found some new pictures. Well, not new, they're, 150 years old, but well, yeah, maybe close to 150 years old. Anyway, we found more pictures of Ute, Mon-Two-Zuma's sister, and by we I mean Jeff did. I hadn't seen these before, and it was kind of neat. There's a thread on the Narrowgauge discussion forum, which, if you're not familiar, ngdiscussion.net, can be a hive of information, can also be a wee bit silly sometimes, but Richard B. Jackson's Narrowgauge photo albums, this thread, there's so many cool pictures in all these different albums, and we found a lot of the pictures of Ute in this one, thanks to Jeff pointing it out. But there she is, pulling 3 whole cars up Levita Pass too. Well, presumably down. I don't think she had the huevos to pull 3 up. Fun picture of her from the front, and then another comparison with what ended up being I believe this turned into a Rio Grande C41. So this is basically what 491 was built out of, was one of these, right? So big, little, and even then that's not that big. And then there she is on the Colorado Eastern, where they took a picture celebrating a wreck, basically, because the caboose is tipped over. So she's a very wee little thing. But I need to pull up our back head shot so that we can figure out how the throttle interfaces with everything. So let's take a look-see here. There we are. God, her packing gland is huge. Anyway, yeah. So we need to make, we made the bar bit, but we haven't made the rest of it. So from Killam Valdovino, I think Vinos. Sorry, I probably mispronounced that quite significantly. Fire her up and push her up Cumbrace. Yeah, well, yeah, pretty much. She's she's not gonna do much pulling up Cumbrace herself. So, anyways, good to see everybody in chat here today. Let's take a wee look. Now the packing gland is just a big honkin' disc. Okay. I mean, it's a huge disc at that, but I wonder if the 260 has any of that drawn. Probably in Discord notified Carl's been drinking again. When's Carl not drinking? That's his secret. Let's take a look-see here and see if I can pull up the drawings for the 260. Steam power, huge for money, huge for Steam. You know, that's a good question. Maybe it just looks gigantic because everything else about Mon-Two-Zuma is so itty-bitty. It's pretty big, though. It's probably a standard Baldwin thing, if I had to guess. Let's see. Front back drawings. Savage, howdy y'all. Thanks for being a farm in 6 months. Smiddle, really love all the hectic in today's video updated. I can tell you, you're getting frustrated until you just let it go. Yeah, pretty much. I don't know what we're gonna do with Railroader, man. It's getting old. And all the issues, you know, it's annoying, so. Yeah, I love getting to play with the community, and I love that's a thing, but doing it weekly and it being such a big time sink and the gameplay getting repetitive, I mean, it's getting a little challenging. So, anyway, yes, Physicist, it's technically still your birthday. Happy birthday again, of course, my friend. Not so SolidWorks, I'm here, what can I break? Yourself, I guess. SolidWorks took forever, so. And Savage, had to downgrade, but you're back. Good to see you. Oh. Anyway, of course there's no dimensions. They show the back of the gland there. I don't know, it's probably 6 or 7 inches in diameter, which means, no, it's not very big at all. Alright. Instead of a series, change it to monthly sessions? Maybe. That would certainly make it easier. Alright. We're going to do a little sketch on the front plane. Just get this thing started here. Sketch. There we go. Steam Power, we can do more non-trained games with the community. The Rare Tycoon 3 tournament you mentioned some time ago to be very fun streams. Also, 3 months time is fake. Yes, it is. And Railroad Tycoon, yeah, that would be fun. And Wings. Wings has been trying to push me to play Railroad Tycoon 3 as a series. It would be interesting to see if that was a thing. You know, interesting to see how that would go. So, anyway. Dylan, somebody said, Train Chaser Andy, why does it have a tilted sight class? It doesn't. It doesn't have a sight class at all. That's the funnel for the tricox. So, play Don't Hit the Bus. It has explosions. I mean, we do like that. Baldwin. Assuming Monty will have a water class. Yes, she will have 2. Because we want the Fra to approve of her. Therefore, she will have 2 sight classes. And is this where I admit I've never really had a packing gland all the way apart? So I don't really know what the interior of it looks like. It's fine. Should try Century of Steam when it releases. Oh yeah, that'll be a fun one. Spoilers, I've played it before. I don't know, probably inch. Oh yeah, well hang on, I guess we need to do a cut extrude. There we go. Now we've made a really strange washer looking thing. Middletown Branch Productions. Many apologies if I've been asked before, or if anyone has, but what are my plans for Zuma once she's built? Go where, do what? Well, you know, we have to, of course, talk to the railroads and get it approved, but we'd love to take her down to the Cumbres and Toltec and take her down to the Durango and Silverton and run it as much as we can. We'll probably test run it at the museum because close by, easy, and whatever. Not that the museum's aware of that, at least in any official capacity. But yeah, we want to do exactly that sort of thing. So let's see. This is. Should probably save this in the SolidWorks folder. SolidWorks, why you gotta be like this? There we go. SolidWorks, locomotive. I guess we'll just put it in cab. I think that's where we put the throttle. Yeah. Throttle, backing gland. Boiler huggy cabby flory bit dot solid part. Glad that my naming conventions are good. It's fine. CJ Gunther, welcome to the Brakeman. Thank you. Yeah, Nova Blaze, this is the plan. Is yeah. Build the chooch. Build the chooch, run the chooch. So uh-oh. Pacific Productions. Hey, as I noticed in one of your previous streams, you said it's been a while since someone made a YouTube poop of one of your videos, so I said, fine, I'll do it myself. The deed is now done. Uh-oh. I'm in danger. That'll be hilarious. I'll have to take a look at that. Jordan Freeman, conductor, 24 months. When do we get the next 3/4 show? Also, Woo Gold Lamp. Even when we start releasing the 3/4 show, people are like, when 3/4 show? I'm gonna do one episode a week, basically. So next weekend, publicly, of course, for members, it'll be out sooner than that. Sometime this week when I edit it. I don't know, what day is it? Tuesday? Yeah. Shrug. That looks vaguely proper, yeah? Wish I had a better picture. Oh, actually I do. I actually do have a picture of this, probably. Live reaction. Yeah, send me a link to this this shit post and we can watch it on stream. Striker, back at it again. Railroad Tomfoolery, as well as 24 months. Look at that, Gold Amber Lamp. Engineer for 24 months. Made it 2 years, thank you. Midland 1072 Productions. Engineered 28 months. Trains. Why did it have to be trains? Yeah, pretty much. Real, so. August of 2021. That was a good set of pictures. I'm gonna summon Brett by showing Brett's favorite picture of himself to the world once again. As soon as I find it. Oh, that's right. That's when we went to Creed. That was cool. Or Osage Orange Gaming. Zoomy Boy's looking better. It's getting there. There we are. Everyone's favorite picture of Brett. Poor Brett. Anyway. I was like, yeah, this should be a Baldwin standard part. I know I have a picture of the inside of Glenbrick's cab. There it is. Oh god, Glenbrook's got a weird tilty sight glass. I guess that's the only place to put it. Oh, we're probably gonna have to do the same on the Zoomy Boy. Oops. That's not great. Oh, that's right, we didn't make the squeeze or the quadrant. Damn, and that's all one piece. Did they even draw that on the throttle bar? No, they didn't. But you need to have it, so, yeah. Barrage Balloon, you should do a video on the history of railroading in Colorado. I really want to. I've long had a plan to do, like, a history of the Rio Grande video. Just overall, and it's a huge lift to do that. And it's a crap ton of... Oh. Hi, Chris. Crap ton of work, but, anyway. I guess I gotta bring the birds out. Chris is here. Good to see you, buddy. It's great to meet you in person the other day. Marching parrots, always within the top of my search, thanks to people like Chris Gill. Here we go. These birds are for you. I love this video. Thank you, Chris, for the 50 gifted memberships. Great to see you, and very much appreciate you, as always. I've heard legends that the... oh god, it's a YouTube poop about Heist News. Will I send this to Leighton Moreland or not? That'll be the thing. The following content is flashing imagery and loud sound effects. Your eyeballs and ears have been advised. All right, let's watch this from Pacific Productions. Live reaction on stream. God damn it.
No! We interrupt this broadcast for a very important announcement.
Switch 2, baby.
Guitar is not included. The Denver and Rear Grand Western K-Class locomotives were in fact green. And they were green! It's cold! How do you know that?
Lack of pants.
We've got trains, we've got mom, we've got wink, wink. No. Stickers, shot glasses, rocks glasses, sanity, will to live. We've done like 30 whiskey. Can you get the idiot that wrote this? Well, I'm not the idiot that idiot this. Well, who did? You. Can you get the lines, please? No. Ah! We interrupt this broadcast for a very important announcement. We've got
Game Sphere.
It's a game sphere. It's spherical.
We've got This is whiskey. And now for the weather.
There's a tornado warning tonight. More on that tomorrow.
I'm Leighton, your weed man, with another HYCE news. We have weed on back order.
Did you write that?
I got 2 minutes out of that.
That was spectacular. I'm sending that to Leighton right now. I almost want to watch that again. That was spectacular. The level of shitpost there. Excellent. Well done. Okay. I do believe that there was a second set of members gifted, so we have to do some birds. But we might watch that again. It's fine. Here we go. It's a Hovey.
What's going on?
Birds and YouTube poops and designing bits. Steam Fan Scott,
boy.
thank you for the 50 memberships gifted. Very much appreciate
Lord.
you.
Once again, the economy's in shambles.
Pretty much. 100 members gifted very early in the stream.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm gonna... We have to design more bits of the train, but I mean, that was spectacular. Cowboy Civ, yes, send it to him. This is epic. Yeah, it was. Pacific Productions, glad you liked it. Yeah, that was exactly what you want to hear. What's that fucking thing? Oh my god. Anyway, I'm staring at a choo-choo of yours, Hovey. Did I close that picture? Like a ding-dong?
Oh no. What are we staring at?
I did. The brook that is Glen.
Oh.
It's being referenced for ancient Baldwin packing land.
Aha. Well, that's a good one.
Yeah. Let's see. Which, of course, we already showed my favorite picture of Brett, but we can show it again, you know. Torch of the poor lad. That one. You know, Brett on Glenbrook. It's fine.
Yeah, right. Just looking clear over the roof of the cab. It's fine.
Literally.
I gotta stand on the wood pile.
Yeah.
So, funny story.
Mm-hmm.
Had an engineer get in my car the other day and saw packing peanuts in a cup holder.
I'm glad.
He proceeds to ask me, "Why is there packing peanuts in your cup holder? Were you shipping packages out?" I said, "No, that's my payday." And he was just the complete look on his face of just not knowing what the fuck I meant.
That's it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Weird. Okay, so this is not like other packing glands I've seen. It's got layers to it.
Like onions?
Yeah. Ogres have layers. Onions have layers.
Yep.
I've got a reaction out of Brett in the group chat. It just says Christ for Pacific Productions YouTube poop. Well done. 94 Chevy. Good evening, ESD/T/B. May signals be ignored. May house track switches be thrown. May the rebels mess around and find out. Tonnage first, safety last, uphill slow, downhill fast. Yes. Next episode of the three-quarter shows, ES&DB adjacent. So, yeah. Camilla Santiago, after watching that dope video, I feel like I can see sounds and hear color now. Yeah, pretty much. Good to see you, man. Drew Marker, hey Mark, have you decided on the fuel for Zuma or give it into the SBNG call and throw in a firing valve that won't be ergonomic for Brett's reach? I had a guitar question, but you save that for another time. I mean, I always like guitar questions. Take it. Yeah, she's gonna burn the liquid diet. I mean, just makes sense.
So, Hovey Heist, have you all heard?
Heard what?
I got through my first switch in the world.
Ooh.
Did you?
Yes, I ran through the first switch ever.
Well, it happens. Everyone does it at some point or another.
Welcome to the company overloading trains going down a steep hill with not enough brakes.
Oh, Christ. The not fun kind
you
of...
work for the ES&D, don't you?
Say what?
You do work for the ES&D, don't you?
Yes. ES&D in video games and in real life.
Yeah, really.
God. I keep staring at all these things. It's bizarre to see. How old is the choo-choo? I don't know. It's got wood valve handles. Weird.
Decorative.
Pretty, yes, but weird. The amount of stuff that is machined brass or bronze.
A lot of that is new. DeWitt spent a lot of time making very period architecturally appropriate valves and goodies for the backhead. Of course, the second sight glass, the one at the angle right above the tricoms, that wasn't there before we went to the CNTS.
Yeah, I literally was like, somebody asked, why is the sight glass all slanted? And I'm like, because I'm pretty sure that's the only way that it could have been added.
Yeah, that was it.
There's no way to do that else, I guess. I don't know, without being incredibly goofy. Which, I mean, you could have had it vertical, I guess, but then it would be less supported, and you'd have to have a weird, goofy... Yeah.
Bashing it with the throttle if you gotta shut it quick.
True. Valid. So yeah, it comes up right there, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I'm curious. The packing gland has me curious exactly how it actually works. Like, where's the packing? That's the neat part.
I've seen it apart, but for the life of me, I cannot recall. It's been a few years, and I've slept since then.
Is the water glass square, Ted? No, the safety glass around the sight glass, yes, is, but the actual glass that's filled with steam and water is the round guy in the middle there.
They are very architecturally appropriate for the age of the locomotive. I hate them because it is difficult to keep that outer glass clean enough to be able to really see the water level well.
I'm not surprised. Those look entirely foreign to me, but early choo-choo. I guess we'll have to get used to it.
Right.
Yeah, I guess the packing must be between sandwiched in there. I mean, I guess this one part is fit to the back head and is probably sealed in there somehow, and the other part is removable, and it's got to sandwich stuff in there, I guess. So
Yeah, this may sound dumb of me, but I'm going to guess that the outer plate that you're looking at that's secured with the two nuts, top and bottom, probably has a tapered bit that fits into a cup that squashes packing around the throttle rod.
yeah, I'd bet that. Alright, that means that our gland that I've made, this is the fixed to the back head guy, so
Sure.
we're gonna have to do some more stuff. I wonder how.
Yeah.
I mean, is there a piece on the inside of the boiler too?
No knowledge. No knowledge. I can ping DeWitt, or you can.
God, yeah, they're not actually met to it.
Yeah, I'll do it then. That's fine.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. Just if I don't get back to you in a couple days, remind me.
Sure. Yeah, I know how it be. You know how my spaghetti brain works.
Yeah. No, I get it.
And remember, time is fake.
Let's sketch.
And as Bill Drotar the Third just reminded me, remember, kids, time is fake.
Yes, that's true. Hi, Bill.
Hello!
Encyclopedia Bill Tanica is here.
Indeed. There's a Jason floating around here somewhere too. We need to get him nailed down onto this. He may have insight on this.
Jason might. That man knows lots of random strange things.
Yeah.
And by strange, I mean himself, but you know.
Well, yeah. He'll be the first to tell you. It's fine. Speaking of, there he is.
Uh-oh.
No, no, we've scared him off. He's run away.
Okay, we're not gonna get to see Jason. It's fine.
Nope, now he's coming back.
Uh-oh.
What we're?
Well, we're chatting live.
Hi,
Mark is
Jason.
on the-
Hey, how are you?
everybody.
Oh my god, that is so freaking amazing.
Hi, Jason.
Hello.
That's Corey. So Mark is working on the throttle rod packing gland for the little Zoomy boy.
Aha.
It has been a few years since I've seen it taken apart. I don't exactly remember how it is constructed. Mark, can you pull the
picture of
prototype
Glenbrook's?
image back up again?
Yeah. This thing. This guy.
Uh-huh.
A little bit of a lag.
Yeah, he's watching the stream live on YouTube, but we're talking to him, which has a delay. Yeah.
I mean, I can stream to Discord if that makes it easier.
Oh well, yeah. Here we go.
Dear Mass Cannon, 22 months. It's been worth every penny. First time catching one of these in a few months. Good to see you, and thank you for being an engineer for 22 months. Very much appreciate you. Brendan Gill wanting to know, how many more parts need to be rendered until metal can be machined? The big problem stopping us from machining metal right now is a place for it to live. And one of Brett or I will fix that at some point. Hopefully, I mean, I'm probably going to end up getting a place after the Australia trip at this point, but Chest Lavier, man.
Australia, huh?
Yeah, going down under. Next month. Less than a month ago. Time is fake. Yeah.
Well, when do you fly out?
April 8th.
I fly out April 10th.
Oh, where are you going?
Russia.
Where?
Russia.
He said
Russia.
Russia.
Привет. You go to old country. Duh.
I go to Moscow.
They got more cow there, I guess. Apparently.
In very, very many operational steam locomotives.
Ah, I like this. That should be fun time, comrade. Anyway, packing, old packing. Is it?
Yeah.
Is there a bit on the inside of the barrel too? Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean that's typical of the more modern stuff, but this is old, strange.
I would imagine that it hasn't changed that much over the years.
Well, yeah, one wouldn't think. So we've got basically 3 pieces. Then we've got an inner, we've got the outer. Both are fixed to the back head. Presumably, I guess, though, that's probably just a stud that runs through. I mean, I guess maybe it's... I don't know how this is applied.
It should be. I've seen some older engine, and I don't remember which one it was. I do not recall exactly how the portion of the gland is held in place to the back head, but one of the big differences between more modern things and the older stuff is whereas the plate on the outside is one piece with the gland follower, you end up, like you said, with 3 pieces. You've got the piece to the back head, you've got a gland follower, and then that outer plate that shoves it down into the gland.
Right.
If I recall correctly.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll draw that up the best I can. I'm just trying to think if... I mean, in this era, it wouldn't have been a welded stud or something that was welded to the interior plate and shoved through.
No.
But
no other angles on it, huh? Like a slide angle from one side or the other of the top.
I wish.
Yeah,
I didn't know I would clearly need reference of this, 4 years ago. I didn't imagine that I was...
Let me go digging, see what I have, maybe.
Didn't imagine that I was going to be designing a locomotive with the intent to build it 4 years ago. Didn't know I was going to be doing YouTube full-time 4 years ago.
What an awesome thing.
'94 Chevy, I need a sign that says pull my finger. Yeah. People are asking about Australia stuff. Yeah, itinerary's been posted roughly where I'm going to be. And yeah, a little bit of... a lot of New South Wales and a lot of West Australia. Going to be out of Sydney, Maitland. Hunter Valley Steam Fest is one of the big events going on that I'm going to be at. I'm going to get to ride one of the race trains, which will be fun. And then going to Canberra for a bit, Melbourne, and then over to Perth for the end of the trip. And then it's posted somewhere on the YouTube or the Discord. Check around for specifics. Jordan Freeman, the Australia trip is just to convince Heist Garretts are just the way to go. Apparently, I'm not going to get to see the Garrett, at least at the Steam Fest, which is a bummer. But yeah, I might see one on the trip somewhere, somehow, but it should be interesting. We'll have to just see weird trains, weird things. And Dear Miss Canada Heist, look up marine-style packings for a rough idea. Okay. It's pronounced Canberra. It's a challenge, okay? Pronouncing Australian things is a challenge, and I'm just not gonna get it right. All right, we've got a picture from Hovey. Yeah.
Yeah. That is one of Jim. That's the necktie I got from Jim Wren, hanging on the throttle lever. Because, I mean, I went to his funeral and immediately flew to Carson City. So, if you zoom in on the throttle rod packing gland, at the 3 o'clock position, you can see a nut on that backside.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's thin nut, but it's a nut.
Yeah. So, all right, so we got the follower. I guess that bolts.
That's a different stud too.
Yeah. Yeah, so that holds
one from the outside are 12 and 6.
Pieces 1 and 2 together. Right. Interesting. I would love to know what the inside of that is.
Yeah, like I said, I'll ping Chris.
Don't I have a reprint of a 1900 something encyclopedia?
You might.
Yes, you do.
Jason might be to the rescue with the Loco Psych reprint.
Well, that would do it. I was gonna say I've got the Loco Encyclopedia you gave me, but that's definitely
no, this is older. This is a Locomotive Dictionary,
Ah.
1906. Stand by. I mean, keep doing your thing, but stand by.
Roger. Roger that. Anyway. Puffing Billy is 2. Oh, okay. I guess I will see Garrett then at Puffing Billy. This is going to be fun.
Oh, I forgot that one.
Alligamer, damn 13 months. If this mortal construct we call time, would love to stick around, but you're available for a call for the first time after a week-long vacation at 4 in the morning. So you got to try to sleep. Enjoy the rest of your night. Cheers to you, my friend.
I want it.
Yeah. And
Easy.
don't worry, I won't hurt my throat by my voice saying that. So nothing in the boiler section. This gets into some old enough stuff to where there's like keyholes and...
Huh. That's appropriate for what we're
Right.
drawing.
Well, I guess while you're looking for that, I can start drawing the throttle rod itself.
Sure. That should be easy. Draw a circle, extrude circle.
Draw a circle and extrude it. Yeah, pretty much. Add clevis on one end.
Yes.
I guess clevis is on both ends, presumably. God, I'm trying to think of the last time I've been in a boiler. It's been a long time.
Levi.
Yeah.
Man, what was it when you were here and you and I were in the 16th firebox?
That actually might have been the last time I've been in a firebox, actually. Come to think. Yeah, because I've not been in 91s recently. I don't think I've ever been in 20s. And 346 has been out for a minute, so. Audrey Tolls, I think you missed my membership milestone chat. Oh, sorry, I must have, yeah. You scroll up. Yeah, there it is. Goodness, yeah, I did miss that. I'm sorry. Audrey Tolls, 23 months as an engineer. Good evening, guys. Can't believe just how long you've been a member, especially since it wasn't all at once. Out of curiosity, is there an update to my lantern at the 24-month mark? There is. Yes, it'll become gold and amber. Yeah, every year it'll change up to 4 years. So, yeah, one more month and you'll be at a gold amber lamp. I did go in 4005's firebox, but that was before I went in the 2716's firebox. Regular Jurgensen.
Yeah, I couldn't remember the time period.
Woodgood Heiss. And then Zappy97 Heiss. Thank you for content prepping me to do well in your conductor class at a Class 1 railroad. Well, Godspeed. I hope it's helpful. So now when we guess how long the throttle rods should be, I'm gonna guess 6 feet, and we're gonna see how it goes.
Can always be shorter.
Well, the oh shit, no, yeah, I was like, oh yeah, it's got to get all the way through the firebox, and then there's the oh yeah, no, it's a crown bar locomotive, the dome over it, so no, it's not gonna be 6 feet at all.
Oh,
it's gonna be like
18 inches.
Nah, it'll probably be, including the bit sticking out the back head, it'll probably be 4 foot if I had to guess. We'll see. Mid-plane, 1-inch box. Audrey Tolls, all is forgiven, especially since you got my last name right. I ask everyone how to pronounce it, and then I hope I remember. and I remember yours, thankfully, so. How thick is the throttle bar? Anyone remember? I don't know. Some amount of thickness. For Godrewski, keep your Railroad series fresh. and different. You could install some of the mods that add new locations and industries to the game. Some of the track layouts may be cursed, but allows for some very interesting ops. I'd love to do that. I do not want to use Trojan Loader if I can avoid it. I miss Steam Powers chat. God, I'm apparently slow on it today. Yeah, question for the people on the call. Your local uni has a book on steam engineering from 1897. It's $15. Is it worth a pickup? I mean, $15, I would be willing to bet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever book it is. Maybe it's not super helpful, but even then, like, I bet it's pretty good. So, definitely. Through the cut, through all both. Well, bam. There we go. That looks vaguely clevisy. It'd be great if I remembered the size of pin we drew last time. I hope it's not that big. We have to redesign it if it's that big.
Correct.
Hey, Mark, should I send it to you via Facebook or text message?
Text would be easier.
Okay.
He's one of them fancy peoples that can read his texts on his computer.
It's true. It's true. Messages for web is open up. If you have an Android phone, you can do that. Like, and I'm pretty sure I would bet iPhones could do it too.
Yeah.
But no.
Yeah.
I should set that up.
Ouch! Panman491 as a CAD technician, your proficiency makes me feel good about my own. Ouch! That hurts. Oh god, it's almost like I learned it more than 10 years ago, okay? And even then I didn't really ever get that good at it, but it's fine. We'll get through it one of these days. Scale model appreciation or something. Sorry, or it cut off the rest of your name. Coke or Pepsi? I prefer the Coke Zero myself. Yeah. Let's see, from Jason. Oh, look at that.
Yeah. So,
Huh.
and the thing to keep in mind, the way that one is probably set up, most likely is set up, from whatever was at the Glenbrook or something.
Yeah.
Okay. I would expect that there are 4 studs coming through that hold the gland body into the back head,
Right.
and then only 2 protruding through the follower.
That makes sense.
That makes sense to me as well. Yeah. Perfect. These exactly what we were hoping for.
There you go.
That's the assembly, and then I guess that must be lapped into the back head then, huh?
Yes. It's a lap joint. For
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, I was right about the cuppy cone thingy.
Yeah. Okay. So it's only the 2 pieces then. There's not one that's on the interior, and then it's 4 presumably tapered boiler thread studs into the back head. Straight
Yes.
thread on the outside. Okay. Yeah. Neat. Look, we're learning today, everyone. Huh. That's cool. All right. Excellent. Juniper Fox, hey
And for
Mark.
simpli-
Go ahead, Jason.
I think for simplification's sake, there's not really a need. In fact, from an era standpoint, if you're wanting to really go all out, the part that goes into the boiler would most likely have been like bronze casting, a one-piece bronze casting, and then the follower would be iron.
Right. Nifty. All right, well, now we've got good reference to work on here, so cheers, Jason. Glad you could stop in and help my sanity.
Dude, I love helping people do things.
Yeah, that's neat. It's seeing some new stuff, which means I'm gonna have to do some more work. Which, well, that's the thing. Anyways, Juniper Fox. Hey, Mark. I am intending on making the significant BNSF poop story, the 1676, more noticed with this chat. Enjoy and go watch the video. I made the video years ago.
There's a video.
Shrug. Is there another video that I need to be looking at? Did somebody make a shit post of the shit post?
There's YouTube poop of YouTube poop.
Pretty much. That's kind of what I'm asking here. And from Squidgy354, Fireman, 15 months. I have a couple reg gland images that may be of limited use. It's a rotary valve regulator. Might be similar enough setup for additional comparison. Can ping over if wanted. I mean, I'd love to take a look just to learn. But yeah, I mean, definitely take a look at the pictures. All right, so let's.
So when you get to the point where you've got little pieces, parts that are that are relatively simple, like this, I'd be happy to machine some stuff in my spare time.
We'd appreciate that. It's gonna take a whole village to build a choo-choo, and I think we'll definitely want some celebrity hitters there like yourself.
Oh, please.
So,
I mean, I'm just saying, Mark, if there's a boiler here, it's going to need the throttle rod packing gland to stay tight for hydro, right?
That is true. That is very true. And, that very well may be what happens precisely. So.
Now, Jason, all you need to put 3-foot gauge track out of Kentucky Steam. That way we can bring Mon-Two-Zuma there.
Well, Hovey's alluding to them constructing the boiler, which, I mean, would be... you're high on the list of people, so... Because the list isn't very long.
Right.
Well, let's see. Me, Staffy...
I was going to say Jason, Staffy, FMW... And those are them's about the that's the list. I guess Strasbourg too, but I mean, we need not say specific things about a couple of those options anyway. So
at least Strasbourg's a valid option.
True. There would definitely be an expensive option. Would be my only concern.
Well,
with them.
less expensive than the other one and a better quality product. In all fairness.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. I think it would be fun. Like if you're really wanting to go all out, which with everything that you've said before, you're really wanting to stay true to the artifact, right?
Right. I mean, as much as we can, practically. There's going to be some goofy things that don't, obviously it's going to burn oil. And we're going to up the pressure and stuff so that it's a little bit more operationally viable. But by and large, we would really like it to look the part and feel the part. So,
well, how freaking fun would it be? It's totally impractical and absolutely unnecessary. But how fun would it be to at least construct the exterior of the barrel with rivets, or the exterior of the boiler?
Oh, I don't give a shit about having it riveted or not. I mean, I don't. That would be kick-ass. I mean, people are like, welded boiler. Who cares? Hot rivet the damn thing. Like, that is how it's designed right now.
I mean, it's a whole lot more work, but it's also something nobody has done in preservation, which to me makes it kind of sexy.
Yeah.
Right. Very true.
And God, that thing is so small, forming the sheets and everything, forming the throat sheet is normally the most complicated aspect of building a riveted boiler, or any boiler, welded or riveted.
Right.
But it wouldn't be hard. The thing, I mean, I bet you it's not more than 1/2-inch plate.
Yeah, that's it. It's designed as 1/2-inch, and designed I used loosely. So I made the shapes, and there's not a heck of a lot of engineering that's actually gone into some of those shapes. The barrel did the math on it, and the barrel's hilarious. If you could get the drop off of some oil field's order, you could use a piece of 34-inch Schedule 10 ASTM A106, which, you probably couldn't find a section of it that small, or get somebody to make it for you, you know, because, hey, can we get 6 feet of this? They'd laugh at you, but you could, you know, which is pretty laughable.
I've got a pretty good vendor that I utilize, like for sake of discussion, the 152's boiler barrel, which you've seen, and for those that haven't seen the 152, it's boiler. I don't know, what would you compare it to? Like a medium-sized 280?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
Maybe like a K37.
It's definitely bigger. It feels bigger to me than the 37 boiler. It's probably similar. I mean, first course on the 37 6.2 in diameter. So
That's about right.
Yeah.
Can you stand up?
No, I can't stand up in the 152's first course.
Yeah,
Okay.
so then it's I mean, they're very similar then.
Yeah. So, but the cost to customer on a one-piece welded boiler barrel assembly for the 152 is only like $53,000. So,
No
pointedly,
shit.
something.
Huh.
Yeah. So something that small.
This is 34-inch diameter. Yeah.
Yeah.
And 6 feet long.
Yeah.
So to get something that small, rolled, and then have some material rolled for the butt straps, and I mean it would that would not be a whole lot in steel. It'd probably be under, oh God, I bet you the rough form parts would only be maybe $5,000 or $6,000.
Yeah. Well, you love to hear that.
And big bonus that the dome, with its 2 whistles, is over the firebox and not in the barrel. So
Yeah. Yeah, I put the Huber 6 on there as a joke. You know, as you do.
Oh, and he's got the same handrail stanchions as the General and the Texas at SFOG. I love those.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Goofy, fun little choo-choo.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's nice to hear it wouldn't be too crazy in terms of boiler stuff. I mean, as soon as we have a place for it to start existing, the 501 will get made, incorporated, and we will start really going gangbusters after making it exist in metal. So yeah, you'll definitely have a phone call.
Is Kentucky too far for it to exist? I assume it's too far for it to exist.
I mean, for the boiler to be made, no. I mean, for it to exist long term and be built into place, I mean, it would fit in a garage. So that's the dream.
Okay.
Without the pilot on it, Jason, from buffer to buffer, it's 18 feet.
Wow. Hashtag Hayden Sabled.
Yeah, literally. When that was the biggest inspiration I've ever had, was going to Hayden's and seeing in his garage he's machining the crown brasses for his Porter 060, and he's got 3 wheel sets just in his garage. I'm just like, this is smaller than that. We could do that. We're dumb. We'll make this happen. So, yeah.
And then I've got a steel foundry up in Michigan that is extraordinarily competent, that does, they can facilitate either iron or steel. I mean, I'd recommend steel because it's 2025, and why not?
Right.
But they're one of the last foundries in this country that still does lost foam, as is ever so popular in Britain in steam preservation.
Interesting. Yeah.
It's the cheapest way to go. You can't have a pattern made for those drivers for what it would cost to probably have 2 of them cast.
Right. Yeah, patterns. Everyone knows. Anyone who's cast something at some point knows that the patterns where all the money's at,
Yeah.
We've been talking about potentially lost PLA 3D printing them. But you could 3D print something and then make it foam and then do lost foam if you wanted. But I've chatted with Caleb Bleach, who makes all of the builder's plates, who's a frequent, very kind supporter of everything that I do. He's a wonderful human. He's sent me tons of stuff for free because he's just
awesome.
too kind and awesome. Yeah. He has a 3D printer that is big enough that he could 3D print one of the driver centers in 2 pieces.
Uh-huh.
And then you interlock them together, and then there you go. There's your pattern Lost PLA casted. I mean, the big pieces that are like, you know, barriers of, oh, we got to do this are, you know, the drivers, the boiler, well, those are pretty much it, and I guess the frame. But good friend of mine, friend of the channel, Sits, knows a guy who sells steel cutting lasers that can go through 4-inch plate and leave it almost ready for weld finish. And there were discussions of, hey, if you're a 501c3 and maybe you do a little advertising, you know, maybe the frame gets cut out of steel and at a very heavy discount, if not free.
Nice.
So it's like, all right, well, we're all the pieces are slowly lining up. It's a big game of chess, but you know, we're closing in on the king, and we're ready to knock him down. You know, so.
What's the diameter of the driving wheel centers?
The centers are 36-inch diameter. So
Ooh.
they itty bitty.
I think my vertical boring mill handles 38.
Oh, that would be convenient.
Yeah.
We had been thinking, you know, that we'd probably end up us out here being close and everything. You know, it'd be very simple to go say hi to Randy and have Randy put some tires on and whittle out some axles and get all that pressed, because they've got a wheel pressed and everything. And
Gotcha.
But you know, hey, we will make bids, man. That's what's right for the project is what's right for the project, and certainly you know, next gen might be the right people as well. So.
Well, and one of the things is you have to understand what comes with Jason having fun doing something.
Yeah.
Jason having fun doing something does spark joy, because that does help, right? Yeah.
Oh yes.
Projects for fun somehow become cheaper sometimes. It's the darndest thing.
Exponentially.
Yeah, projects that are not fun become very expensive. I'm very aware of that fact in most cases here, but yeah. All right, I should have my first cut was a through all that needs to now be a through all. Anyway, I'm sorry. I've been in ignoring top chats here for a minute as Jason and I had a great conversation there. ZP97, also your instructor told me that you could use a diesel reverser and a steam engine in the throttle-controlled valve timing. I made sure to smile and nod. That was yeah, that sounds like railroad instructors. That was like me, you know, being in BNSF training, and they're talking about standard gauge, and it's 56.5 inches. But our instructor made sure to tell me that the Cumberland and Toltec was a weird 48-inch gauge railroad out west. And I couldn't not. I went to the instructor afterwards, and I went, Cumbres and Toltec 36 inches. I'm sorry, I had to. literally killing myself. Like, no. The Cumberland and Toltec. Weird 48-inch gauge. Darndest thing. Screams and speed
That
lettering.
damn Cumberland and Toltec and all them waterfalls and damn it.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
So,
Hey, you know what's going to happen? You're going to look at the chat, and Cumberland and Toltec is going to be a thing, and it was 48-inch gauge.
it's fine. It's fine.
I challenge somebody to create a Facebook page tonight entitled The Cumberland and Toltec, and it'll just be a spoof page on Facebook to post made-up railroad insanity.
Hey, the Western Cox Scenic Railway is doing great things on Facebook. I mean, with the help of AI, anything could be possible.
Oh, Christ. Yeah. It's
I'm
fine.
thinking like something that's like steam preservation, wrong answers only. Kind of a page.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Jordan Freeman, tits can take a whole village of idiots to build Zuma. Yes. Correct. Vugodruski, less expensive and a quality product. No wonder it's why they sent 614 there for its restoration back to operation. God, that's talk about a big choo-choo and a big project. I met the owner of the 614 at Amherst. It was very fun. It was like, oh, this is the guy who bought 614, and he was like, yeah, I had a lot of money. Now I have less money in a train, and I'm stupid. And I'm like, wow, kindred spirit right there. It's pretty funny. Panman 491, you're designing a steam engine for a CAD class. The idea of less maintenance by having it fully contained like a modern engine. You don't know what you're doing. Yeah, I mean, yeah. That's a tough thing. It'll be neat to see what you come up with, but yeah, it's not just the running gear that's the maintenance bitch on a steam engine. Hint, it's the boiler. Anyway. Drew Barker, would jam nuts and wavy spring washers be enough to sandwich the packing in place? And the riff you should hear is Let Me Be Your Sidetrack Alternate Take 1 by Jimmy Rogers with Clifford Gibson on Resonator. Also 27 months. Oh, I'm going to have to listen to that. That sounds fun. I love a Resonator guitar. Squidgy354, references sent via Discord, same user. Every time I stream, so many DMs. Although lots of them are from Leighton and Brett, so maybe it's Leighton having a thing. Regular glands / stuffing box. Yes, be British. The stuffing box. Oh god, that is... I mean, it's literally foreign, but it looks so foreign. Interesting.
I'm a child.
It's not, it's not that... honest to God, the packing, that actually looks... Other than the fact that the throttle spins, that's like exactly the freaking same. Huh. Interesting.
I mean, compression is compression. It's just a matter of it's a rotating shaft versus a
translating shaft. Yeah.
Get it, Bill. Like,
Neat. Oh, is this must be Great Western then? Because it's right-hand drive, huh? That's not common on British locomotives. Thank you, Squidgy. Interesting. It's neat to see. 94 Chevy, can't wait till these streams turn into wrenching and forging in a shop. Let's make it happen, boys. Yeah, when Mon-Two-Zuma Monday gets to be, hey, today we're gonna do this, and it's live from my garage. That's gonna be a good goddamn day. Yeah. So, anyway. Scott Miller, yay, free member chats. Hey, Scott. Good to see you, buddy. Yay, free member chats. Trainspotter454, love seeing the progress on Mon-Two-Zuma and hearing about the plans for assembly. Yes. There's lots of plans. It may feel like there's not a whole lot of progress, and it's slow, but it is a 5-dimensional game of chess, and the game of chess is being played all the time, as you've just heard. And Panman 491. But Blondie Hacks collab when? Blondie has said that she would be interested in machining bits for us too. So definitely would love to have Blondie make some parts. My biggest dream of all of them, and there is a way that maybe it could happen, would be to have Adam Savage do a one-day build and make a part for us. Which I need to follow up again with the Slow-Mo guys. But the Slow-Mo guys know Adam. They know me. They want to collab with me. Hey, talk to Adam about this for us, please. Thank you very much. That's the big dream, because Adam Savage is the reason I do half the reason shit I did. I remember when I was 10 years old and started watching Mythbusters and got into it, and that was my obsession for a long time there. So
he's pretty freaking cool for sure.
Yeah, good human. We like good humans.
Mm-hmm.
Camilo Santiago, maybe we could come up with the Cumberland and Toltec logo.
They'll put it on the hat.
That's
make it bad.
They will. Yes. Camilo's here. I don't have. Oh no.
Division of BNSF.
I don't have the custom bespoke hat next to me because that's in my bedroom. But I do have my New England Railroad uniforms hat. It looks good with my headphones on, right?
I have questions that I don't want answers to.
Anyway, got my conductor's hat at the ready. You never know when you can need it. Let's take a look. See here. So we need to make the exterior next. The follower, which I'm probably gonna have to adjust the first piece some more as well, but that's fine.
there a tape measure up here? Jesus.
Are you guys in the...
You're drawing up Mon-Two-Zuma things. I'm drawing up, or just starting to draw up, a representation of the templates for the 152 crown sheet.
Joy.
Indeed.
Yeah, you guys got a lot of work left to do on that thing. That's gonna be cool.
Man, a little bit.
Couple things.
Discuss.
Oh, I haven't given you trouble about this. Jason, you're mean and evil and awful, and you're gonna scrap the 587. Sorry. Sorry, I had to. I literally could not.
Let's see. What do I have here? I'm going to scrap the 587. I'm going to take the proceeds from said scrapping and begin a bootleg, underground rum importing business from Jamaica. Sure. Yeah.
Perfect.
And I'm going to fund the 2716 restoration with all of the money garnered illegally by importing Jamaican-made booze
And Cuban cigars.
Yes.
Sounds reasonable to me. I mean, that's what I would do, if I was scrapping a steam engine, start shipping booze, Yeah, valid. You're quite the enterprising human there, Mr. Subchinski.
Well, I appreciate the acknowledgement of such things.
Screams. It's fine. Zapey97, it was surreal tying brakes on a freight train where I crossed paths with 4014 several months before I got hired at Mom Says It's Meant to Be. That must have been interesting, huh? Well, it's good that you're getting to do the thing. Squidgy354, both are industrials, also usually right-hand drive here as well. The first is the Bagnall with the previously mentioned less than good reverser catch. Everyone's favorite, yeah. Call sign Apollo, Adam Savage, one-day build of the Throttle Lover. I mean, that would be amazing, yeah. Panman492, am I gonna hit up Ed Dickens for Zuma advice? Oh, you bet. I know Ed. I would say quite well, but decently well. We're aware of each other. It was it's funny, before I did the YouTube stuff, I was at well, I guess I was doing the YouTube stuff partially, but not really. We're at Great Western Steam Up, and he's such a good dude. He saw that, we were a little group of people, me and Molly Engelman, who's in charge of the Swanton Pacific stuff these days. Wonderful human. We did the video about all that. We were sitting around chatting, me, her, Leighton, a couple others, I think. And Ed was talking with a couple other people after his presentation, and he just hey, let's all circle up and, did the social thing. And it's hey, we need to talk to everybody here, blah, blah, blah. Awesome dude. Anyway, he comes over and he looks at me and he goes, "How are your guitars?" And I went, "How the fuck do you know who I am?" So it was,
believe it or not, they have the internet in Cheyenne too.
Yes, but this was before I was important on the internet.
Oh.
Yeah, this is 2022. I mean, I had a YouTube channel, but I had 10,000 subs, and I was only doing video game shit. Ed had no right to know who I was other than we were Facebook friends, and somehow he remembered everything, which is awesome. But yes, we're absolutely, I'm gonna, when we get there, I mean, Ed's very familiar with live Steam. He's got a 15-inch gauge K27, if my memory is serving right. So,
yep,
he is King Foamer, and he's good humans and very helpful. So, throttle packing follower. And I need to make a hole in the actual gland itself.
Oh, hey, speaking of the slow-mo, guys, you'll have your baby back in a little over a month.
Oh, cool. Yay.
Yeah.
That'll be nice to have.
Yeah. I was kind of hoping I'd be able to put it on an engine. since October, but just haven't had the opportunity, sadly.
That would have been funny, but guess not.
You haven't had a chance to edit Doug Shea with it?
Right. My friend with the 2-foot gauge Shea with the 18-inch barrel. Yeah, that'd go well.
That'd be funny.
Yeah.
Robert Murphy saying, we do have the internet in Cheyenne. Look at that. That's funny. Slayer's Long Hauler Rail fan. So what's new today, guys? Throttle packing gland. That's what's new. What does 91 like the Huber 6 or clapped out 5 more? She likes her smoker cough of a 5 chime, I think, the most. That whistle is just absolutely scuffed.
Character.
Yeah. And we know it's hers. There's a Howard Fogg recording of 91 coming down Cumbres. And she's actually, you can hear it. She's using her water brake too, which is fucking neat.
That's cool.
It's super cool recording, and the whistle starts to come for the Coxo crossing, and it's just like, oh, there it is. There's that 3.5 chime. It's pretty spectacular.
That's cool.
94 Chevy, of course, he's King Foamer. 4014's his toy after all, pretty much. Yeah. It's the one train adjacent human who has a worse time going to train events than I do. Good problems to have. It's always great to meet people, but it's you know, I don't get to experience train things like I once got to. All right, 2-inch. We need to make a 2-inch hole in the back of the back head. Panman 491. Apparently the Duluth Depot did Ed a favor a few years ago. He paid it forward by arranging the big boy to come to the museum. He spent the entire time hanging out in the 227. Well, you know, it's always fun to experience another choo-choo, and I'm sure that, you know, Ed probably looks at the little narrow gauge, or little engines like that. That's not even narrow gauge. Looking at the little engines and, you know, giggling how small they are, so...
He got to run the Glenbrook at the Great Western Steamboat.
That's right.
He enjoyed that.
I'm sure he did. I'm sure he respects and understands, you know, all the old stuff, and
yeah,
I'm sure he finds that very neat. He is King Foamer. Use, how's your day today, Birdman? Just checking through classes at the moment. The wonders of mechanical engineering, busy work. Yeah. Oh, the 227 is Yellowstone. Oh, right. I thought it was that little engine that they have that runs at Duluth. Yeah, 227 is a Yellowstone, isn't it? Yes, that's quite like a bigger than Big Boy in at least one way. That I mean, that also tracks. So. Okay. SolidWorks is mad about everything. What else is new?
SolidWorks is bad. In other news, water is wet.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I'm not going to bother to draw the obnoxious... I assume that's a spherical lapped seat. By the looks of it, it doesn't look like it's a straight seat.
Angled seat, back head, and spherical laps on the back of the gland.
Yeah. Look, there's a hole into the boiler.
Dear Liza, dear Liza.
Yeah. Well, fix it, dear Henry.
There's a hole in my boiler, dear Liza, dear Liza. There's a hole in my boiler, Eliza, my dear. Did Wasatch build it, dear Henry, dear Henry?
Great, you broke it. Good job.
It's fine. Jesus Christ.
Good. You are welcome, Commander.
Yeah, I guess those must be some real skinny little nuts that tuck in there.
There might be a "that's what she said" in there. I'm just not sure.
I no longer feel entirely juvenile because somebody else was thinking it.
Yep.
Everyone's
With the
thinking
lag,
it. Just saying it.
with the lag from this to YouTube, Jason was just now getting to see you laugh. So
No, I heard him say.
oh, that too.
HT1945, is there a reason we don't see videos of you running Steam places other than the museum? Because I don't usually get to. Because that's the whole thing, and half the time when I'm doing stuff, it's impossible to film while I'm doing the stuff. So, yeah, like, the only time I've run Steam outside of the museum was JNL 58. And the Kriegslog.
You didn't get to run it when you were here?
No, I only fired, actually. Yeah.
No, we kind of ran out of time because it was Engineer U was over. Boom, we were to the front to.
Yeah. No, that was great, and that was a neat engine, and I very much appreciated getting to fire. I mean, that was awesome. But yeah, no, them's the only time I've run outside of the museum. So I've fired outside of the museum a couple more times than that, but you know, and there's never expectation. Like, I think that would be the most disgusting thing. Like, oh, I'm high, so I expect no, ew. I don't like that at all. You know, so. Let's see, flip the alignment there. There's that. SolidWorks skill issue. Fuck you. Panman 491. I heard a rumor you wanted to restore it, but UP said no. They did have 332 SC3 consolidation steamed up. Weird that Big Boy is 30 years younger. Oh, yeah. 330. That's the engine I was thinking of. I wasn't thinking of the Yellowstone. Yeah.
What was the first thing you drew? What was the first line that you struck in designing this locomotive?
I think the frame was the first thing we did.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it presumably it's recorded on a VOD and a live stream somewhere, because almost everything's been drawn on a live stream, but I'm pretty sure it was the frame.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, there's not a ton of source information you're going off for this, correct?
No, there's almost nothing. We have the drawings of the cousin. This is an 8.5 C3. It's so old it predates the modern Baldwin bullshit descriptor. So it's so it's not, you know, like Glenbrook's an 820D.
Yeah.
This predates that system, being 1871. It's an 8.5 C3. We do have drawings of the 12D, which is the 260, which they were ordered at the same time, delivered at the same time. They had 4 of the 240s and 5 of the 260s, and thankfully, thanks to Curtis Farrington out at Hillcrest, actually, he drew the 260's running gear in SolidWorks and sent me the drawings and all that. So that's about the most source information we have, other than pictures, and Curtis also sent me some great builders pictures, but we're able to glean a lot from getting the dimensions on some of the critical things off the 260, and then, you know, using some engineering thought to how they apply to the 240. So it's a neat process. But yeah, there's almost nothing that exists about the 240 itself. And she was number 1. That's the funny darn thing. But anyway.
Yeah, it's kind of been the interesting thing to watch progress on the V&T number 1 occur at the same time. Speaking of nothing, like, there's 3 photos. Daniel Gallery, correct me if I'm wrong. It's like 3. And 2 of which I think are when after it's partially been scrapped. I don't remember, but very little.
Damn. 4 feet for the throttle rod is almost the right length. It needs to be more like 3.5.
That was a good guess.
That's funny. I'm gonna have to remember how the fuck the bell crank works in my head. Yeah, call it 3.5. Fens, the squeak is returned. Hello. Hello. And somebody is agreeing with me. Yes, the frame was the first thing we did. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, I'm gonna run and use the restroom real quick, and then we'll see about making a quadrant and trying to mount the bar the way it should be. So we only got a couple more bits to do, but it immediately looks a lot less naked on this back head here, which is kind of fun. So, be right back. Entertain the people, I guess.
Ooh, this could be. Oh, let's see. Do.
Quick, Jason, be entertaining.
He's good at that. Catfish Kid 1986. This has been a really cool episode with special guest Jason S. Keep up the great work.
Oh, thank you.
There's somebody that needs to volunteer at the museum. Or the Kentucky Steam, rather than the museum. But
Who's that?
he's somebody that was at the Whistleblow.
Okay.
Is
I
he local?
cannot remember his first name. I just remember his Catfish Kid.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well,
Yeah, I think it was
are you
me,
local?
him, and Evan all hanging out.
Okay.
Well, we always need more volunteers.
Yes. Desperately.
More hands make less work.
Quick, tell a joke. Why did the chicken cross the road?
To get to the Mon-Two-Zuma?
To get to the idiot's house. No? Nothing?
No.
Alright. Knock knock.
Who's there, Corey?
The chicken.
Oh my God!
Damn it!
I don't see it. Mama told me I'm smart.
Oh boy. Smash Killer 64. If you could build any locomotive with 0 restrictions at all, what would you build and how would you build it? I know Jason's answer for this already.
Helm, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I have a slightly different perspective. There's very many, and by the way, I love the Mon-Two-Zuma because it's old AF. That's neat. However, you have all these people that want to build this or that or the other. You know, some people say, oh, well, New York Central Hudson or New York Central Mohawk or some other big steam engine that had its time, right? I would build an N&W Y7. Fully designed, parts compatibility with most all of everything on a Y6B, other than, of course, the front engine. Simple, articulated, would be more powerful than any other steam locomotive ever commercially or widespread built in this country, and it never got produced. That would be badass.
That would be badass. I was here like being like, Jason's about to slander my locomotive. I guess not. I think Jason, perhaps perhaps one of my fun, if we're talking about shitpost build that, the L101 is the one that we really want in our existence here.
Okay, so something grand.
That's the big stupid narrow gauge 2882, correct, Mark?
Yes, yeah. It was going to be an L75 on the narrow gauge, because they limited the cutoff because by the raw numbers, it would have been 101,000 pounds of tractive effort. And it's just like,
Wow. Oh, hey.
what do you do? Do you need to pull the entire Chama yard up the hill?
So I was formulating. It's like, well, ladies and gentlemen, today here at the Durango and Silverton, because I think their bridges are heavier. Today on the Durango and Silverton, we are going to have a pretty substantial train. Well, how many cars are you going to pull? Yes. What?
Correct.
Yes. What do you mean? Every serviceable car.
And then some.
Yeah. And then the first hill, the drawbar and the first car breaks because they're not built to handle. The cars aren't built to handle that much weight.
Yeah. How many curves can you simultaneously stringline a train around?
Fun fact about the Durango and Silverton and about us. Their cars have it stenciled on it. We just remember because we only have so many and we're a museum. There's a lot of cars that we have that the Durango and Silverton also has that are limited of how far in the train they can be put.
Yes.
Oh.
And it's stenciled on the buffer, like, you know, cannot be put in the train more than 3 cars from the end or 2 cars from the end. So yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, there was some stuff when I was at Durango, like the General Palmer.
Bill would know. Yeah, duh.
There were a lot of the high-end cars are at the rear, not because of, that's the best drive. No, but because of drawbar necessity.
Literally, yeah, because they're not reinforced. They're just wood cars from 1871 or 1880.
Wow.
So.
Well, and they're even new build cars on the White Pass and Yukon. All of those cars, unless they've been upgrading, so granted, anything's possible in the last however many years, but as of like 2010, all of their draft gear was the old narrow gauge design where you've got the boss on the end of the coupler shank and then that strap that holds captive 2 springs with a piece of plate sandwiched in between.
Right.
They regularly broke. Every
surprising.
week they were replacing. Yeah, they were replacing.
Well, I mean,
scrap.
White Pass is also silly, and they use 3/4 couplers only, which some of it. It's so funny to me that is it feels so backwards, and this is something that we talk about in certain spaces all the time. 3/4 coupler versus full size. Fun fact: in certain game. All of our couplers are 3/4 size because, that's what the narrow gauge roads had, except for the Grand. Grand used full-size couplers, so we're gonna put a pocket on the back of this thing, and it's gonna have a coupler that's the size of the tender on the back of it, but it's fine.
Yeah, when we put the knuckle on the back of the Glenbrook, I just laughed because it looked absolutely ridiculous.
It must have been comical, yeah.
Very much so.
I doubt that, that thing never had... Did that thing ever get couplers? I doubted it,
No. Again, Daniel needs to correct me, but maybe when it went to Lake Tahoe Railway and Navigation Company, but that's a guess. That's
right.
Just a wild ass guess.
Daniel would know. Daniel somehow knows all about things old and steamy. It was
that guy is just amazing.
He really is. One of my favorite humans. And it's... Oh my god, hang on. Baldwin, you drunk fucks. This thing didn't...
Jason under that same phrase.
This thing didn't have a quadrant when it was new.
What?
Unless I'm missing it in the picture, but I don't think I am.
Wait. Go back.
I mean, this is Glenbrook. This is the back end of the Mon-Two-Zuma.
So that what you gotta remember,
there's a lag.
Jesus,
I'm streaming in Discord, so you can see that.
So if you look up above the gland,
yeah, there is.
See that little? Well, you see that thing. Hold on. You see that thing coming up, kind of above the trough for the tricots.
Yes.
I can't tell you what old ass thing I've seen, but that was basically like a little hand wheel that you would lock when you were not operating the engine, or if you just wanted to kind of set it on cruise control. It did not. They didn't. Those engines didn't have a clasp and a pull. You would loosen that lockup, and it would allow everything to slide. There was like a slot on something. I don't remember exactly how it worked.
Oh my god.
Yeah. But I have seen that on something. There might have been a support, like a slide.
That would make the most sense.
That came off the back head. Don't quote me on that, but yeah, that's like a hand wheel to lock the throttle lever.
That is bizarre.
Oh, that is bizarre. And here we sit. Do I bother?
And then there are the little lubricators for the cylinders.
Yep. Glenbrook's got those.
Do you bother what, man?
I'm just sitting here like, do we do a more modern setup because not cursed? Or do we do that? I mean, it's one of those things. Like, do you do it or not? I mean, at the end of the day, realistically, this is going to be the most binary throttle in existence. If it's open, it's going to be wide open, and if it's closed, it's going to be closed. You know.
Are you going to do an actual like throttle valve inside of it, or are you going to do like a ball valve, or?
We've been arguing about that. We haven't come up with a exact thought on it. I'm leaning towards myself having a real throttle plug, like a real valve in it.
Yeah.
It's more work. Whatever we do, we wouldn't do a ball valve because you have to have some kind of safety shut off. In a ball valve, you can't really have that. But yeah.
And when I say a ball valve, like, just context so you don't think I'm a retard. Like the engines at Six Flags Over Georgia and other Gilbertson Harper locomotives, they used a 600-pound steam-rated flange mount ball valve,
sure,
two-piece body, so that you could rebuild the thing. And they lasted for bloody ever. Like, when I worked at the park, the valve in the Texas had last been rebuilt in like, it last been rebuilt like 7 or 9 years prior.
Wow. Okay. Well, yeah, I guess that's. But what?
I like the idea of an actual throttle valve.
Yeah.
Scaled down version of a Chambers balance throttle.
That would be a meme. Part of me, I mean, we have to get it FRA certified, so I'd be curious what the FRA would think of something like a ball valve. Obviously, a theme park can get away with it, but, I don't know if we would be able to. And it doesn't have the same level of safety design as, anything else. Ooh, pictures from Hovey. Are those from Lion?
No, those are out of the Glenbrook.
Oh my god, it's so cute.
It's tiny.
It's very wee.
See?
Oh my god, it's adorable. You could dunk it in your coffee.
Yeah, I was amazed.
Somebody, I don't remember who, was giving me shit like a day or two ago for using the term wee. I'm like, what? It's wee.
It's wee. It's very wee.
Yeah.
We're talking about
like, I thought 346's throttle's small. That is fucking small.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that CNC. Yeah, that's like. Well, granted, that's just the dry pipe, but that's like CNC it out of a block of iron.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I was curious. Did Glenbrook get a new cast throttle? Like, did they make patterns for this?
I don't believe so.
Okay. Because I mean, that'd sure be convenient if they did.
Right.
I'd have to get to know Chris real fast.
Robotically machined.
Does that thing have two?
Lost phone.
Does that thing have two turrets?
No. One of them is the auxiliary dry pipe for the air pump. That got added when the air pump got added.
Huh.
Yeah, remember, it didn't have air before we went to Jama.
Right.
Or Antonita.
Right. And now it goes doof.
Yes.
It's one of my favorite dumb air pump sounds. I've met a lot of choo-choos with personable air pumps, but Glenbrook's, it's very fun. Doof.
Yeah.
I was just confused because I'm like, what's the deal with the pattern in the background?
yeah.
Because there hasn't been much stuff I've seen.
Yeah, Bill is not that familiar with crown bar stuff, so the downhole photo was confusing him.
Yeah. Crown bars. I thought my design looked a little ridiculous in SolidWorks, and then I saw that picture of Glenbrook just now. I'm like, oh no, that looks pretty good. Because you start to make the wrapper see through, and it's like, oh yeah, no, that's kind of what mine looks like.
There's a lot going on in there. If you look at the shot with the throttle body in place and the rod there, you'll notice a couple of shiny washers down on that bottom seat. There was a lot of lost motion in the throttle rod. I took that up.
That's not surprising.
Yeah, it's a much happier engine now.
I would bet. It was like when Jeff got 20 going, he's like, okay, we're gonna set it up, how it was for the just to see. And there's a million pictures of engineers on the RGS with a fucking pipe on the end of the throttle. Yeah, I wonder why. Christ on a bike.
Yeah.
What an awful throttle. And then he adjusted it a lot better. And then it was, it's still the shittiest throttle we have at the museum in terms of operational stuff, in terms of feel. 91s loses the maintenance bit. Jason might get a kick out of this.
Amazed when I was there last and Dusty was lapping the thing, just how big that thing is.
It is the biggest, stupidest throttle valve to ever be put in a locomotive. I was getting a tour of Strasbourg from Brandon Ziegler when I was out there for the video we shot for Paradise Car and Loco. Awesome model makers.
Yeah.
We were doing that video, and we're doing the shop tour, and we walk through, and he goes, oh, there's 90s throttle. And I said, no, you're lying. Like, no, that's not 90s throttle. Who's throttle? Like, he's like, no, that's 90s throttle. And I go, that's fucking bullshit. Because that engine is so much bigger than 91, and the throttle was just adorable compared to what 91 has inside. I was so mad. I'm trying to find a picture of it in the dome. It is not fair how shoehorned in there that thing is.
I've never seen that. I think I might have a photo of it sitting on the shop floor. But
yeah, I bet you do.
I want to see this.
The engine that I want to see how big and stupid the throttle valve is are the Frisco 484s, because those are done with throttle.
Are they seriously?
Yeah.
Yep.
Really?
Oh my!
I presume they're about the same size as the Mexican 484.
Okay.
Maybe bigger.
Those are...
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that. But yeah, Frisco had all sorts of issues with front-end throttles, I think because of their poor water treatment.
Sure.
And
Coming from the same railroad that also water-cooled big-end bearings on main rods so they could run faster.
yeah.
Hey
Yeah,
man,
this stuff is
the
fascinating.
Grand was not scared of that. We had Keeley lines on our engines. I remember when we got those off restoring 491. It's like, yeah, these better never ever be used. Which, for the uninitiated, a Keeley line is a boiler to journal box. In case you catch your main bearing on fire and you need to, I don't know, put it out with the boiler.
Oh my God!
Stupid.
The Atlanta and West Point. Well, first off, the Southern Pacific quite often had water lines, or at least the valves and the ports for them. You'd have to stop the train and plug a hose in. The hoses weren't in place all the time. Coming off of the tender tanks to the journal boxes.
Joy.
And the Atlanta and West Point, they had water lines that ran from the tender up along the frames of at least their Pacifics, I can swear to, just in case you have a hot bearing. They actually reinstalled that on the A&WP 290 after it first started running, and they were having bearing temp issues. They're like, maybe this is why they had them. When in fact the reason it was running hot is because it wasn't trammed properly.
That would do it.
Yeah. I sent you a couple photos, Mark.
Okay.
We could play a game with everybody.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Name the proper, or identify the proper name for this style of screw.
Where'd you send them to me on Facebook?
Text.
I haven't gotten them yet.
Oh, well, someday. I mean, I could send them to you on Facebook.
Yeah, I mean, send them on Facebook, and we'll see if that works better for whatever reason. I cannot
You need to get Discord.
I will do that.
I can't find the pictures of 91 Throttle being out. It's annoying. A lot of pictures of 346 being naked. Pictures of me and...
that big old diamond.
Naked grandma. Pictures of Leighton Moreland coming out of the firebox of the 346 in a fashion.
Nice.
For some reason, that reminds me of Ace Ventura when he comes out of the Rhino.
Not cool. I have been compared to that more than once, coming out of a firebox.
Well, things I didn't
Shut
know
up, Jason.
until now.
Shut up, Jason.
Maybe it wasn't last year. I'm like, it was last year that I did that. Maybe it was the year before that I have a picture of 491's dome. Stupid.
I didn't want to let you.
I sent them on Facebook, so.
Okay, yeah, we'll pull that out real fast.
These have a very unique name. It took me probably 10 minutes of Googling around trying to find them. Ultimately, only available through Zorro, of all places.
Huh.
They're also, these happen to be metric, but the head style is the head style, regardless of whether it's metric or standard.
My gut wants to say just a slotted screw or a slot head screw, but from your caginess, I'm sure it's something much stupider than that.
Let me.
Right, because like of course the standard slotted screws generally have a slightly crowned top. These are flat top.
Right.
There's another style screw. The name escapes me at the moment. That look just like these, except the sides taper in towards the center a good bit.
Okay.
The side, the OD, I should say. It's a circle. It doesn't have sides, right?
It's a slotted cap head screw.
Nope.
No.
Yeah,
so far, I've
head would
seen
make sense to
machine
me,
screw. I've seen Whitworth. Neither of those are correct.
Well, it is a machine screw.
But more specific than that.
Yes, the head style. I will give a clue. Wisconsin.
Hey, while we're here, hey Jason, you want to see a cheese head?
Yeah, cheese head. Bravo to you people.
Huh.
Oh, because they look like cheese wheels, I guess.
I guess.
Weird.
Don't know the etymology of is that the right word? Of the word, but yes.
Interesting. While I'm here giggling at stuff, hey Jason, you want to see some excellent Stromboli machining?
Oh, this ought to be good.
Okay.
I'm looking for pictures of 491's throttle. I found 491's snifter adapter.
What?
That was machined like that. Buy that, man.
Oh my lord.
That thing is fucked.
Yeah, hey, maybe you machined the major diameter too small, so just don't machine the threads the whole way. That's how you do that, right? It's not like that sees boiler. It's not like
it did not work.
It's not like that sees boiler pressure or anything,
Oh my god.
That's a 1 pound bronze missile right there.
Did it launch?
No, it didn't. We had to take the snifter out and start lapping it. Of course, the adapter started backing out. Gee, I wonder why. That guy, real genius, real good human. Mm-hmm. In every way, shape, and form that one can be a good human, that human is. fine.
Yeah.
Somewhere in here, I have a picture of 491's throttle. I'm gonna give up if I don't find it in 2023.
Okay.
More random SN3 pictures. Oh. This is some more fun Stromboliisms. This is how you do oil cellars, right? You just put a car journal in there and nothing else, and right?
Rock and roll, man.
You just put it in there, right? Nothing else?
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Dude.
346's jacket.
Yeah, like everything's fine if it's the dumpster saying it, the burning dumpster, you know.
Yeah. There's 346's dome, which some humans fit in, allegedly. 80-bitty little thing. Where's 490? I swear I have pictures of 491's dome.
The great and powerful symbol.
Well, there's 491 under Steam in March? Why the hell was she fired up in March? Maybe that was the annual test. Maybe I'm about to find the picture of the dome. And those are lamps. Hey! Yahtzee. There it is. I have lots of pictures of it now. Yeah. 491's throttle and 491's dome. You know, that's fine. And it's one of the bastards that is a combined standpipe and throttle valve. So you got to go fishing 2 feet down to get the bolts, which is why we, I don't know, torch them off every time.
I like big spools and I cannot lie. Yeah.
And yeah, here's my hand for reference. It's a 10-inch valve. Why the fuck is there a 10-inch valve in a K37?
No joke. That's larger than the 4501s. Like,
it's not
I can't
fair.
quote it. Why? Oh, just in
Because
general?
it's so big.
Yeah.
Getting this thing out sucks. So actually,
I can imagine.
we're the DNS replaced 93s using a casting from, I believe, TVRM from the 4501 actually. And it sounds like we might be replacing it, which I'm gonna hate because, like, maintenance-wise, I understand, but I have the feel down as an engineer like perfectly with 491, and I'm gonna miss, you know, the way it feels because I feel like a real cool kid, because I distinctly remember a certain Stromboli saying specifically, like, you can't move one of these engines a couple inches. That's impossible. Like, the delay and the superheaters and all the stuff. And I just pop the throttle and make it crawl. So
the throttle they got from TVRM, that is a project of mine. I worked with various places, reverse engineered it, sourced foundries and pattern makers and all that crap.
Well, we might have a Jason throttle in 491 at some point. We'll see.
That'll be cool.
All right, let's put a quadrant on this thing. It didn't have one, but we're gonna make one.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah, that seems like a safer, more sane option.
As neat as the the historic thing. I tried to say history and historic at the same time. As neat as that would be, it doesn't make a lick of sense. So, sorry, chat. We've been ignoring you for a minute. Panman 491, new challenge, 3-foot gauge GTEL. I mean, you could, but also no.
Yeah, would that be a medium blow?
It would be a medium blow at least.
I'm game. That'd be wicked.
That would be cool.
That would be wicked. Real Hog Productions, good evening. How's everything? Doing well. 75 horse case. Large number of traction engines have been updated to ball valves for throttles. Very nice and precise. Some makes had very leaky throttle valves from the factory. It makes sense. It's not surprising. I'd be curious what the FRA would think, but making a proper spool valve throttle, at least in terms of a steam locomotive, is where I tend to lean. But we might choose to just do the ball valve thing, which it's good to know that traction engines do that. Pacific Productions, you're kicking myself because you realized you didn't add a Limes joke in the YouTube poop. Well, you know, it's fine. You have always another shot. You can make another one. Trainspotter 454, will Mon-Two-Zuma have a false coal load for photos? Probably not, because the oil bunker will probably stick up proud of the tender, if I had to guess. Maybe it won't. I don't know. I guess it only holds 500 gallons of water, so how many gallons of oil does it really need to hold? Some. Steam Power, can we get a podcast of you and Jason? That would be fun. Steam Engine Idiot podcast.
Well, you and I keep talking about me needing to come out to Colorado so we can do some shit. We need to make that happen this summer.
Yeah. More things, more stuff, more words, you know?
It'd be fun!
It would be
the
fun.
The Birdman Sapinski special.
Oh, God.
Birdchinsky.
But, dude, you took the thought right out of my head. I was like formulating the pronunciation of it.
The Birdchinsky podcast. It's fine. Would be fun.
But for some reason I was making it Russian. I don't know why.
Yeah, because we're going very soon, comrade. We understand this. Okay. Now this is going to be an annoying part to draw. That's for sure. Glenn Brooks. Glenn Brooks is real big, wide, and out comes partway up the rod. Obviously, it's going to be concentric, so that it with the tail of the thing, so that it pivots properly. Pilot Pegassi, 3/4 show with Jason when. That would be fun.
Oh my God!
Having Jason on for the 3/4 show. That would be
the 3/4 show.
It's a game show, but train stuff edition.
Okay. The CB's stealing steam choo-choos thing in Korea.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
That was on the 3/4 show. Yeah, that would. You'd be a fantastic guest for the 3/4 show.
But yeah, and one of the reasons I'm so keen to come out there and make and do the things and the videos and the stupidity and the hilarity and the fun is, you know, yes, we have fun and we cut up but between you and I, we're both so techie.
Right.
The opportunity to share some factual, quantifiable things to expand people's understanding and get rid of some of the old wives' tales that rule the industry. Well, not maybe get rid of them, but at least educate some people that they're not a thing.
Right, 1000%. And you make it. It's so fun getting to do content with you in general, just because of that. Because it's so flattering. Even someone in my Discord recently was talking about history something and who knows more than Heist, and I'm like, I know fucking nothing. Are you kidding me? I'm not a historian. Not even in the slightest bit. I look at the folks of Daniel Gallery, Andrew Brandon, those types of humans, and they're light years ahead of me. You know, I know a little bit about the tech stuff here and there, but not that much. It's not, it's not my universe. But getting folks like yourself in where you have that understanding, because you've been there, done that, got the T-shirt for eons at this point. Sorry, I called you old, but anyway.
Oh, I didn't take it that way.
Oh, okay, good.
But if you do it again, I might cry.
Okay, Roger, don't make Jason cry. 10-4.
Hey, if there's anybody here who wants to actually learn a lot about, history stuff and even just trains in general, hang out with Bill and Jason for a little bit. You will learn everything.
Very, very real. So getting to do content with you is always it's exciting in that way, because I know that I'm gonna learn something, but it also means that somebody else, the viewers, are gonna learn a ton, because I'm the cheerleader with the pom poms. I'm gonna tell as much as I can about whoever's doing what that's cool. But at the end of the day, it's people like you that really do it. So yeah. I can stop flattering if you want. You know, it's
I mean,
optional.
no, don't stop. Don't stop. But, but no, I mean, but at the end of the day, all the knowledge in the world is pointless if nobody wants to learn it.
Right.
And, you know, I think that's one of the things that's really fun about you is you have a thirsty mind. You know, you want to learn the things. It's not just, you know, whatever for the sake of doing it. Like, you have a genuine interest, and you approach the questions that you ask from a place of engineering background,
right,
which is really super fun for me.
Right, and
as
that's
opposed to like some people where I've had to argue with, no, the fire in a locomotive really is real. It's not just for show. No, believe it or not, they do let you have these things still.
Yeah, that is real coal. Get that all the time. Is that real coal? Yeah, yes. Duh. we're just faking it, and we're a museum. Like, come on. Yeah, it's always a fun time. Oh, that's right. That's 3/16, not quarter. Got a couple more top chats here. I will boom. Hey, mate. On the oil to water topic, the R class had 9,000 liters of oil to 40,000-ish liters of water, and even with 25,000 liters water, we always run low on water before oil. Yeehaw. That's seeing numbers that large for capacity is huge, but then I have to remember that's liters. Which, what is it? 4 liters to a gallon ish?
3.8.
Just about.
3.8. Yeah, divide by 3.785. Look at you, nerd, Jason. Okay, so, you know...
That was Bill.
Oh, is that Bill?
That was Bill.
that tracks. That just tracks. Encyclopedia Britannica. Knowing things about units. Yeah, what? That's about 10,500 gallons for the 40,000 liters of water. So yeah, that's yeah, I believe it. Water's the diminishing source, isn't it? So Panman 491, look up the Kentuckian largest operational steam shovel, peak OSHA violation energy. Okay.
Where's that?
The Kentuckian. Largest steam shovel operated by a 12-year-old girl. I mean, that's a quality YouTube video title right there.
Okay then.
What did I miss?
That is.
Is there such a video?
There it is. That is a big damn shovel. It's not that big of a shovel overall, but I mean, yeah, it's a big shovel. It's neat that it still runs.
Oh, is that the one at roll? No.
No, that's WMSTR show.
Yeah, that's roll. I thought I recognized the thing. Good lord. Usually the shovels that big are rail mounted.
That's a big shovel. I always think of. I mean, I'm biased about my steam shovels, if I'm honest, for reasons that I don't know if Jason knows. But anyway.
Well, did not know.
Yeah, if that didn't spark your interest, you wouldn't know.
Yes. I remember.
Yeah, I love this picture of a shovel when I think of a big shovel. I mean, obviously it's not a steam shovel at that point, but it's like, oh, I've never seen this in this high quality actually before. This is a high quality scan. Yeah, you're like, oh man, that's a big shovel, and then you realize, holy shit, the bucket's the size of that nickel plate Burke. Holy shit, that's a big shovel.
Yeah, nickel plate former wheeling Burke.
Bill would know. Yes. Yeah, this is the Mountaineer, made by Marion Steam Shovel Company, which, you know, I guess they were Marion Power Shovel at that point, but yeah, my great-great-great-granddad helped found that company. So
if you want some more cool shots of this sequence, get the Willis McCaleb book on color photography of the nickel plate, book 2, and he actually goes up to the tip of the boom and shoots the Burke through the shovel.
Oh dear God!
Oh, I remember this.
that's fucking cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, big darn thing. That's why they made the crawler for NASA, because they were used to making really big, heavy, stupid things that moved.
Yep. Yeah.
Anyway, so a little bias there in my shovel.
Alpha 251Bs in there.
I think there's 4 251s in it.
Oh, they're 251 driven. Now I like it.
Yeah, that's the
Oh,
crawler.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, these ones just have a giant power cable.
Gotcha.
Yeah, to the point where like there's specially modified dozers that do nothing but move the cable.
Yeah.
Christ, it's cool. And once again, Bill proving that he knows literally everything. Because I'm like, oh yeah, obscure random shovel, and Bill's like, yep, pictures. Here you go.
He won us trivia tonight at La Cabana, the local little Mexican restaurant.
The question was in 1992 the Lithuanian hockey team or
Whatever, basketball team.
Got sponsored by what band for to be able to go to the Olympics, and I immediately knew what it was, because if you look at pictures of those Olympics, they got sponsored by the Grateful Dead.
Love
their
that.
jerseys are all tie-dye.
The Dead.
I actually knew that.
Rock.
Nice.
Yeah, right. That's almost a throttle there. Oh. Thanks, SolidWorks. Yes, I wanted to slide that into the back end. I guess I'll make the little tail support so we can make it pivot. I don't want to deal with cutting gear teeth at the moment, nor do I want to make the actual squeezy claspy thingy tonight, because we've been on for a couple hours at this point anyway. And we didn't make the squeeze for the Johnson bar either. So, but we're starting to get...
Mark, I sent you a photo of the backhead of the JW Bowker on Discord if you're looking for more and different of the era prototype inspiration. Also, the place where they hid the air pump whenever it got air. Now, I don't know, again, Daniel would know. I don't know if the air pump got mounted there by Hollywood or whether that happened. It would have had to have been. I can't imagine the lumber company would have needed air. But
that's, I mean, the nice thing is, thankfully, we know where the air pump goes and we don't have to hide it. That's a fun detail. Shrug, I mean, we're guessing a little bit that Mon-Two-Zuma got modified the same way that Ute did.
Oh, okay.
But there is a picture right here. I'll pull up. This is Ute on the DNRG being leased to the Denver Longmont and Northwestern, which... Why the fuck would you letter your letterboard that way? It's fine. Life's hard. Anyway, you can see she's lettered for DNRG. Main res is on the back of the tender. Air pumps right under the engineer.
Oh,
so,
yeah. How about that?
Same kind of jiggle factor as the Boker or Bowker, but yeah.
Yeah.
We
the air pump has developed a knock. How do you know? Trust me.
Yeah, because I'm feeling it in my butthole. Anyway,
Do it.
yeah, it's kind of hilarious that they did this way, but like, this is on the DNRG. It's before Mon-Two-Zuma is scrapped. Yes, it's the Ute, but there's so few pictures of these engines that we can assume that, hey, Mon-Two-Zuma must have gotten the same treatment. And if not, hey, at least that's, a reason that we can utilize this design and give it credence. So,
sure.
Yeah. And I think that's got to be like a 6-inch pump. I mean, that ain't no way that's anything more modern than that. And Brett and I had
No.
some thoughts about that recently, which were kind of interesting. But we know where one is, and it may not need to exist for too much longer. So,
Haha! A 6-inch?
a 6-inch, yeah. I know Hayden's got the patterns to make them too, but
Yeah.
and so maybe we'll just have Hayden make one too. But you know, we'll have to see.
So it wouldn't cost me.
No.
Get the castings if nothing else.
Right. And Lord knows we do. We are very thankful that we know the location of one Bernie Watts down the road. You know, Leighton and I went to dinner at one of our favorite restaurants in kind of northwest Denver, and walk in and there's Bernie Watts having dinner with one of his shop guys, and it's like, "Hey Bernie, can we join you?" He goes, "Yeah." It's pretty funny. So yeah, we've got
He
good
was a
friends
great
in
dude.
the air pump world. So.
Incidentally, the width of the 152's crown sheet at the rear of the firebox is only an 1/8 inch over the track gauge. 56 and 5/8.
Wow.
I know. It's just a fun little factoid.
That is a fun little factoid.
Proper
Panman,
gauge for
Panman 491, fun fact, Rolag has a steam-powered carousel. That's cool.
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Oh, dude. Mark, if you've never been, you have to go. It is unreal. That place is the greatest collection of just old stuff in general. I mean, there's tons and tons and tons of steam-powered things, but it is just the most impressive place I have ever been in my life.
Cool. I'll take that recommendation.
Yeah, I've never been here.
The sawmill, good lord, they've got like 2 permanently mounted. I think they're 120 horsepower or 110 horsepower case skid mounts, and then they've got a spot for like a somebody correct me if it's a different size or whatever, but then they also have a spot for somebody to drive their traction engine in and belt up, and I mean it is like watching the past.
That's cool.
It is just, the place is incredible.
That's awesome. Holy shit. All right, couple more top chats coming in here. Patrick McNeely, 20 whole months. Wow. Quick Check is better than Wawa, but only in North Jersey. Wawa is better in the South, not Central though, since it's not real. Jersey's not here to audit these comments, but I'll take your word for it. Brooks Moses, you better like the car side like that because it's Longmont, not Shortmont, obviously. Duh. There you go. Limes. And then William B.A. with another set of birds. We had 3 sets of birds today. Very much appreciate you. More channel members, more people to watch the 3/4 show, uncensored. Here we go. Here's your birds. I wish they worked the proper way, but here we are. 6 months you say, I appreciate you, Heist. Thank you, my friend. $75 horse case. You can give you a personal tour on your steam engine at Rolag. There's an 80 skid case with reversing gear. Well, that's got to be dope. I guess I'll have to come say hi, huh? Fantastic. Yeah, traction steam is not something that, I've gotten super, super big into, of course, but, obviously it's in my blood, literally. So, definitely cool stuff. I always love to see it, So yeah, that'd be a good bit of fun. I'm surprised this is something that there are drawings of. It's the the throttle, I don't know, attachy to the boilery bit, for lack of a better term.
They blurry you do.
Uh-oh, there's a Brett.
Uh-oh. Brett has joined us.
I have.
Hi, friend. I promise I've not designed bits of the choo-choo totally and not asked you any questions.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Not actually.
This is a good thing.
Jason's been trying to be a boiler salesman, which, is valid and we like. And he's also threatening very low prices, so, we do like that.
Absolutely.
It's the Jason
I feel like
Connery.
we do have a minute before that becomes a pertinent concern.
Very true.
Money with Jason.
I don't pay him for such things. I'm just pointing that out.
Please rise for the Eastern Kentucky National Anthem.
Ding 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 ding.
I was gonna say, is it not dueling banjos?
Wow.
Wow.
I mean, I'm not from here. No offense to anybody listening from Kentucky.
We're about to have a second lever in the cab to pull, Brett. I mean, well, we've got most of it already, but yeah.
Trying to figure out what I'm looking at. Is this a Witzel thing?
No, this is a It's no, it's not.
Okay.
I'm realizing that needs to be a circle. That's not great. Maybe I could
Link it to the dead end of the throttle lever.
Yes, the dead end of the throttle lever.
Oh, it's little. Okay.
Tis wee.
Tis a
very
wee
wee.
part. Tis a wee little part. Tis a farging.
We're just gonna fillet that and pretend that it's supposed to be that shape and not care. How does that sound, everybody? That's what I thought. Cool.
It's fine.
Don't worry, it'll be fine.
This is something that we're gonna
Everything was fine.
weld
The
together
end.
out of some BS. So
I'm thinking take a piece of round bar and smack it with a hammer.
weld some clevises on it and smash it with a hammer.
I mean, it's basically just a really small, straight grab iron. Just take some round stuff and flatten the ends. At least that's what 91 has.
It's true.
About a quarter of 91's cab looks like it came off the Titanic, but it's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah, they do that sometimes.
It's the cat is very interested in the stream.
Meow. Hi, Lily.
Yep.
Did you miss your dad this weekend? Your spare dad. The warm
dad.
thing that is not mom.
Correct. I am but a lap.
Well, I know
That is our
that's
favorite thing in this world.
kind of
Closely
stupid,
followed
but
by
anyway.
tuna fish.
True.
Boiler huggy cabby flory bit.
Yep, I was making jokes about that earlier.
I believe that's the technical term, yes.
My naming scheme is real good.
I mean, we do unironically have the cylinder cover named Bongo, so...
It is true, yes.
Do we have a Gazetus?
I don't think we have a Gazetus yet. We need to get a Gazetus.
We need a Gazetus. We need two drawings. We need a Gazetus and we need a Chingadera drawing.
We do need a Chingadera. That's very true.
I mean, honestly, this is a good Chingadera, but...
This is a pretty good Chingadera. But, yeah.
What does that mean again?
this little fucking thing.
That we're repeating over and over to a live audience.
It literally translates to this little fucking thing.
So the whole engine says Chingadera on the bottom of it, right?
We need to make a Mon-Two-Zuma plate, because we've even canonized it. We've made the assembly have a different colored panel for the rounded wood panel there. That's going to be steel, so we can apply magnets rather than have it just be lettered Mon-Two-Zuma. We could definitely do one in really nice scroll work that says Chingadera.
There you go.
And that's going to be very apt. Hopefully the choo-choo is not too much of a Chingadera, but, well, we'll see.
Hopefully not.
You know, just because the thing is so little, you need to have a plate on the bottom of the tender that says "Made in USA." like all the die-cast shit.
At this side
Turn it
down.
upside down. It has an Erdl logo stamped into the frame.
I didn't want to say that in front of the public, but that works too.
Christ, it's fine.
I mean, hey, talk Bachman into making them an F-scale and just put a giant Bachman logo on the bottom of the bottom side of it somewhere.
Don't give Leighton any ideas.
Please don't weaponize the Moreland. We love that man. But
he'll fucking go and do it.
But he is that way. He will do the stupids. Which we love. We love that he does the stupid.
Not everything's about you, Jim. Okay. Really?
Alright, so that one's done.
Surface face plane, that one. Go that way. Well, bam. This looks like garbage, but that's okay. We'll just put a real big chamfer on this edge right here.
Just put PRR on it, and people will understand.
God damn it.
What if we like the Penzi?
Yeah, some people
I'm very
don't.
sorry.
We're allowed to be deranged, Jason.
What?
We're allowed to be deranged.
Somewhere, Maddie.
Whatever you want to call it.
Somewhere out there, Maddie feels a disturbance in the Force.
Pretty much. Hey, look, that's vaguely a forging in SolidWorks. There you go.
Hey, look, I made a forging.
Yes, correct.
Made by Facebook?
Get a sign that says "Assembled in USA, made of international parts." Hopefully, I mean, most everything will be US made, presumably. Shrug. Who knows? Matt Houston,
Yeah.
holy shit, it's been a hot minute since you caught one of these high highs. Hey, Matt, yeah, God, it has been a minute since we've seen you. Thanks for being a conductor for 14 months. I always remember your name because it's Houston spelled wrong. It's probably a more German spelling of Houston.
Made something for the Tornado. Was that James May?
James May has actually done stuff for a couple projects.
Oh.
He made the first part to be machined for the Tornado. He also has done at least one other steam locomotive project where he machined the first part for like a restoration.
Huh.
And I feel like one of the other new builds more recently, if you like, within the last 10 years, he machined the first part. It's kind of like one of his things.
James May machining a part would also be quite happily on my oh my god, this is happening list.
Yeah?
Oh, dude. I bow at the three of them. They're freaking awesome.
They're very fun. I do know that James May watches Blondie Hacks, and Blondie wants to make a part for us. So there is some overlap there. Perhaps we could get James to make a part for us, which would be fucking incredible. But anyway,
it feels equally strange referring to her as Blondie and Quinn.
Yes, that.
It's like a superposition thing. Her name is simultaneously both and neither. Or I feel comfortable with both and neither, I guess.
Much like mine being Mark and Heiss.
No, you're just Heiss.
Yeah, I'm not Mark.
Right.
Don't figure it out.
You're Mark.
It's fine. The amount of humans who watch the Studio 346 devlog and they go, "Wow, your guy sounds just like Heiss," and it's like, really, really. It's fine.
No, chat. Don't tell him.
Don't tell him. Panman 491, other fun Steam thing. Itasca Pioneer Farmers has a coreless sawmill. You haven't felt fear until you see a 12-foot flywheel at 250 RPM spinning a 1-inch HSS bandsaw blade.
Dear Lord.
Something tells me the RPM number's probably a bit exaggerated.
It's
250 RPM on a 12-foot flywheel.
I would say that's well beyond burst speed.
Oh, it depends on the flywheel.
Well, yeah. Yikes.
This is our 12-foot flywheel made of styrofoam so that we can spin it at 250 RPM.
So it doesn't hurt when it flies everywhere.
Right.
At the Rocky Mountain Steel Mill, it's relevant, believe it or not. at the Rocky Mountain Steel Mill in Pueblo. What is it now, Alvarez or something? In their rail mill, their roll stand was originally powered by a ginormous reversing compound steam engine, and when they decided to electrify, they had the engineers come in and they're like, "Oh yeah, this is the size of the motor that we will need," and so they built it all out, and it's this. They electrified really late, like in the 80s. But this motor looks like it's this big open frame AC motor, and the first bloom went through, and the thing went and stalled. So the fix was, thankfully, they hadn't scrapped everything from the steam engine; they had taken it apart. They mounted on the original foundation for the steam engine, new manufacturer, pillow block bearings, made a drive shaft to accommodate mounting the flywheel off of the engine, and that thing runs at close to 200 RPM, and it's 14 feet in diameter. Wow.
That's gotta be scary.
It is a sight to behold when you're standing next to this giant-ass thing just spinning.
I'm sure.
Spinning. I don't know why I just said that like an old man, but it's just a spinning away.
Oh, and it gets to spinning. They're making the rails for the trains.
That's why Rick Rowland's big engine has such a massive flywheel on it. It was a blooming mill engine, and that was 3/4 of the power of the mill for being able to handle giant blooms like that. Is just the inertia in the flywheel.
Right.
Lordy.
Spin anything fast enough, and then physics happens.
Oh yeah.
Christ.
I wish I could get down and spend some time around Minica, or what was Minica. That seems like a really neat complex, and unfortunately, the neat stuff is gradually disappearing.
That's a shame.
Yet, as far as I know, they still refuse to actually make new steel.
Rio Grande Northern Tender, when?
Is that still there?
Apparently.
I don't know.
I've hunted for it on Google Earth before and have turned up nothing. There was a photo of it on the internet at some point.
Mainline through the Rockies has found it on Google Earth. Actually,
cool.
I have the coordinates. I got sent
so that's 2 Northern Tenders that still exist.
At least.
Wait, where's the other one?
Arbalese water tank.
Oh!
It's at least, like, most of one.
Nifty. Yeah, at the mill, they took one and just turned it upside down. What did they do? Cut a door in one end of it?
Yeah.
I believe so. It's like a giant shipping container, just with, it used to say Rio Grande on the side.
That's awesome.
It's Silvis. I don't remember what they theorized it came from, but there is a tender sunk into the floor, tender tank sunk into the floor of the shop. I believe they came to the conclusion that it was a live at, but I don't remember entirely for sure. I mean, it was 2 tenders put together, actually.
Good God.
Yeah, it's a hell of a weird structure. You look down in the hole and you can make out, like, yep, that's where the slope sheet was riveted in, and, you get the idea.
Well, look at the steam generator car that's at Steamtown that's made from the 2 rear halves of the Toronto, Hamilton, and Buffalo Hudsons.
Yeah.
Alright, we got a couple top chats here. Patrick McNeely group parts, so that'd be like the space capsule that a bunch of YouTubers made a few years ago. I mean, that's kind of the hope and dream, like, I would love it if, Adam Savage, Blondie Hacks, stuff made here. A lot of my favorite channels, if they would make a part...
Crush!
Make a... exactly. It's fine. If we, if they made parts for the Choo Choo, that'd be very cool. Am I expecting it? Well, at least, hopefully Blondie. I bet she'd be game. But I know we've emailed about this. Or commented about this. I need to email her about it. Details. Anyway.
We have to find something that suits the Venn diagram of interesting enough to warrant making a video about, so it can be, mutually beneficial, but also small enough that it can actually be made in her shop.
Yeah, that's
Who is this person that you keep talking about?
Blondie Hacks. Have you never seen her YouTube channel? She machines stuff. She's a machinist.
Okay.
She's awesome. She's a great machinist, and she's making I think it's like a 5-inch gauge Pennsylvania A3 040 right now.
Huh.
And it's very neat. She's very fun to watch, and her intro to machining stuff is really, really good stuff. So she's a very fun channel to watch. Weekly videos on Saturday. Not sponsored, but she's awesome. Anyway.
Yeah.
Brooks Moses, a 12-foot wheel at 250 RPM, has a rim speed of 215 miles an hour. Christ. I mean, I guess that's feasible, but still Christ. Wait, no, that's wrong. 107 miles an hour. Okay, well, that makes a lot more sense. You forgot to divide by 2. Radius, diameter, it's hard. I get that. Still, yeah, it's speedy. Jordan Freeman, it's off to 11 p.m. here in the East, so you're off to bed. Catch the rest on replay at night. Have a good night. 3.5-inch gauge. Panman491 says. That's right. I knew it wasn't 7.5-inch gauge, but yeah. What's that smell? That smelly smell. It smells like Kenosha.
I need to watch the silver soldering for beginners thing. That's not something I've ever really gotten into, other than like soldering the ends on lube lines and
right.
stuff like that.
No, that was actually a really helpful good video. Yeah, I mean, her channel's great. It's not just machining, but it, largely is. So, all right, we need to put some bits in, and we're gonna be about done. Dead Clevis.
There's also another person, Keith Rucker.
Oh yeah, he does all manner of machining things.
He's cool people. I've known him since like 2002 or something, and it's one of those things I didn't know he'd become like internet famous, and I sure as hell didn't know that he remembered who I was. And I got contact from him one day. He's like, "Hey, this is Keith. Do you remember me?" I'm like, "Yeah, absolutely." And he's like, "Well, this guy wanted to give me this radial arm drill press, and I don't really have a need for it because I've already got one, but I follow your stuff online, and blah blah blah, Kentucky Steam. I figured maybe you guys could use it." I'm like, "Sure." Why did he want to just give it to you? Because the guy's out of New York and Keith's down in Georgia, and he's like, "Oh, well, he follows my YouTube channel." I'm like, "Oh, you have a YouTube channel? Huh. That's cool." And then I'm like, "Oh, wow, this is like really, really good."
That's fun.
Yeah, he does good stuff.
The note of radial arm drill press, Mark, that reminds me, I found a lathe that, if it's still available by the time we get a shop, we need to buy in Wyoming.
Okay, Roger.
It is a large enough flavor that we could turn an entire driving axle for Zuma in it.
I like that.
Because why the hell not?
Why the hell not? Hey, speaking of things, it's very apt that I'm finishing this as Kenosha's peaking, but we've got a little guy. We've got a second lever in the cab. It's not quite accurate. You missed the conversation earlier that is hilarious. We made a quadrant because that was the one decision I made. I was like, no, we're gonna do this. She didn't have a quadrant when she was new. She had. Jason was talking about this. There's a little stopper that you can screw down and hold it in place in one spot.
I hate that.
Oh.
Yeah, I hate that too. There's no squeeze. There's no nothing. No, you get the throttle to a position and then you screw this guy down. And that's that. And I decided, you know what? Some amount of modernity would be nice.
Kind of like some
sacrifices can be made.
Kind of,
yeah.
You also see it on. Oh my God, you see it on traction engines a lot. Because you like threshing and stuff, and they just set the throttle.
Right.
Oh, that's 100%.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I decided on a quadrant instead.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I hope that's valid, and I hope you agree. But anyway.
I certainly would prefer a quadrant.
Yeah. I mean, realistically, her throttle positions are going to be on or off, but...
Correct!
So, yeah, that's neat. Anyways, guys, I think that's going to be all for the stream. It was a fun one. We got the throttle kind of where I wanted it to last time, but we spent the entire time fucking with extruding the fucking handle itself. But there she is. The cab is looking a bit more like a cab. We've got a throttle rod. We don't have the throttle valve itself, but we'll figure that out at some point. Make a big standpipe and all that. I mean, the pictures from Hovey of Glenbrook were perfect. So, anyways, guys, it's getting there, bit by bit. You know, and Brett and I are both trying to, you know, make a place where this choo-choo can exist someday. So we'll hopefully have some success with that in the near future here. But either way, as always, thanks so much for watching. I did miss a couple top chats, I guess. Hang on. Matt Houston, you dare insult the Houston family name. JK, it's derived from Hugh's son, and according to Ancestry Search, there were knights in my family. Kniggets. How very fun. Neat. And then Beta Gaming HD1, you just turned 20 today on the 11th. How you doing? Doing well. Happy birthday, my friend. One more year till your birthday, which is always fun. And I will boom with $20 dues. Last words. I'm glad that we've made this a tradition. Thanks for watching, everybody. Oh, Corey Gibson. No, me. Here we go. And so the battle will begin. When do I press the end stream button? That's the question.
Now, damn it.
Oh, yep.
Do it.
Oh, Physicist got him. Happy birthday, Physicist.